Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can easily drill through steel. I'll be sharing a couple tips to make the process a lot easier, and I'll also be showing you how you can anneal hardened steel to make it soft enough to drill through.
For this video, I've got three different types of steel. This first one is angle iron. It's a soft steel. It's real easy to drill through. You don't really need to do anything special with that one. This one's 1095 high carbon steel. This one has not been heat treated. It's softer, but because it's high carbon, it's still, you could have problems with it. And this third one is a farrier's rasp, and this one has been hardened. So I'm going to show you how to anneal this one to make it softer. First thing I would get is some kind of a punch. This is an automatic punch. There's also these punches you just hit with a hammer. I actually like the automatic punches better. On drill bits, there's a lot of different kinds. When I was first drilling holes in steel for knives, I tried just about every kind that Home Depot had, and I couldn't get through steel. And then I found this one. I got this one from Ace Hardware, and you can see it says HSS on it. That's high speed steel. This is the one I always use now. You can get different sizes. I use 3/16 because that's the size pins that I have. So on this piece of angle iron, you can see sometimes it'll move around like this. So this is where you want to use a punch. An automatic punch. It's real easy to use. All you do, you push it down, you'll hear it click. And you can see it makes a really small divot, and this is just so your drill bit doesn't move around. You wouldn't normally have an issue with it moving around unless the steel is hardened. You see it doesn't move at all. And I'm not even using any sort of oil on this one. It's a softer steel, so it's real easy to drill through. They're a little bit rough on the inside, so I always take a file and just smooth those out. The next one is the 1095 high carbon steel.
You can use a drill for this, but I'm going to be using my drill press. These make it so much easier to drill through steel. If you want to see a review on the one that I have, this is a cheap Harbor Freight drill press. Just let me know down in the comments.
The second thing I wish I would have known when I started was the speed. So whether you're using a hand drill or a drill press, you want to make sure you don't have it as fast as it will go. If it's going really fast, you're just gonna heat up the drill bit and it's just gonna dull it, and you're gonna waste money having to buy a new one. So what I do is I set it. I've found it like 300 to 370 RPMs is the best in my experience. But I usually just keep mine at the 300. You don't want to press too hard. You want to apply constant pressure, but you don't want to overdo it. Something else that you want is some sort of drilling and tapping fluid. When I first started, I thought you could just use like a food grade lubricant for saws and other machinery, but that does not work as well. You want to have a good cutting fluid. If you choose not to use any sort of fluid, you'll hear the drill bit making a screaming sound, and that just means you're dulling the drill bit, it's heating up too much. And if you decide to just keep trying to drill after hearing that sound, you're just going to dull it, and you'll notice it's going to stop working. So I just apply just a little bit. You don't need very much. I've made probably over 100 knives just on that bottle alone. It'll keep it cool and make it go a lot faster also. Something else I wish I would have known would have saved me a lot of drill bits was you can start with make a pilot hole first. So I just switched to like 2 sizes down from the drill bit that I wanted. And once I've got the hole, then I can go back up to the size that I want to finish it with. One thing you want to be careful of, especially if you're making knives or anything that is sharp, sometimes the drill bit will catch and it'll start spinning it around. And it goes really fast sometimes where you really don't have enough time to react. So it's always good to clamp whatever you're working on down.
So we got through this steel pretty easy. Makes it a lot easier if you do a pilot hole first, and then it was a lot quicker with the pilot hole, and then move up to the 3/16 or whatever size you want to finish at. Now this was a piece of steel that came off of the rasp. So the rasp is already hardened, so I probably won't be able to drill through it. Sometimes you can get a little bit of a divot started, but that's about it. So I'm going to try and drill a hole in this piece, and then I'll show you how to anneal it in case you have a steel that's too hard and you need to soften first.
So I made a really small divot in it, but it wasn't doing anything else. Even with me pressing down a little bit harder, I wasn't doing anything. And this is a pretty new drill bit. I think I've only drilled a couple holes with it, and it didn't matter. Now what I'm going to do is heat it up to non-magnetic, and then I'll let it go up just a little bit higher. And it helps if you have some sort of a chart that shows the different colors, then you know how hot you need to get it. And if you don't have a forge, you can use a torch. It just takes a lot longer. It's starting to get some color, but without testing it, I can see it needs to go higher than that. Right now it's close, but it's still sticking just a little bit. And it's hard to see with the lights on. It's a little bit brighter red than it looks. So now it's just sliding right off. So now I can turn off the forge and just let it cool.
I have this in the forge, and it's still warm. I can hold it, but it is still pretty warm, so it'll probably take another half hour to cool down while it's in the forge, and then it should be soft enough to drill.
Now drilling it, you can see there's already pieces coming off, and that's without even using any oil. I'm holding with the rasp just so it doesn't spin. There's some sharp edges, and I want to cut my finger.
Thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, ask them down in the comments. To see more videos like this, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video.